But having been with women who were both dismissive avoidants and fearful avoidants, here is what I have learned. Lesson 1, hot and cold. The avoidant, both dismissives and fearful avoidants, will pull away when you start to move close or when the relationship starts to get serious. And this has nothing to do with me, although I will also admit that when I am with avoidance, it tends to move my attachment style more from a secure one to an anxious one because I always am on pins and needles with them. I have no idea where I stand. I have no idea where our relationship stands. And there's no real way to predict their behavior unless you're really in tune with attachment styles and your partner. It's also worth mentioning that the dismissive avoidant always keeps people at arm's length, whereas the fearful avoidant will actually switch to more of an anxious attachment style if you start to withdraw. Lesson 2, mixed signals. They might shower you with love and affection or send you I love you texts and then go cold for days on end. They might start talking about things you're going to do in the future and then completely act like those conversations never happened. Lesson 3, independence. To them, space means safety. It means there's less chance of their heart getting broken, which is ultimately what they're afraid of. So if you try and pull them closer, you try and put pressure on them to commit, you try and label the relationship or anything like that, they're going to flee in the opposite direction. All of those things have to be their idea, otherwise they're never going to happen. And if you can't live in a relationship like that, you should not be in a relationship with an avoidant. Ultimately, these things have nothing to do with you. They are rooted in their own childhood and the trauma, abuse, or neglect they suffered, probably from mom or dad or whoever their primary caregivers were. Even though it feels personal, you can't take it personally. So don't violate your own values or compromise your own boundaries just trying to make them happy. You either have to accept that this is who they are and you have to accept them for exactly where they're at. Now, of course, they could go to therapy, they could become self-aware, and they could get to a place where these things aren't controlling their every action in a relationship, but they might not, and you need to be okay with that. Otherwise, it's time to jump ship.